Y'all blessed. Really blessed. Thank the Most High for the day. Thankful for, what are y'all thankful for the Most High? I guess I'll go first. I'm thankful that, just thankful that the Most High allowing us to know Him on a deeper level, because I think that's the only way we really get some peace. Anybody else want to share?
I'll go. I had a situation. Somebody was saying like how happy they was to know of us or know of our YouTube channel, but you know, it's all glory to the Most High, man. Thankful for His mercy. For us, allowing us to make it this far to even know this.
Anybody else?
I thank God that every night I'm able to have a blanket and a roof over my head when I go to sleep. Because I know some kids out there only have a mattress. Mine is fortunate.
Anybody else?
I am grateful to be at Shabbat today.
Ah.
I am thankful for that. And I am thankful to the Most High for waking us all up and bringing us all together, and for us to be able to gather each Saturday for the Sabbath. I am very grateful for that.
Same thing. I'm just grateful for the knowledge and wisdom, kind of what I deal with. I'm really thankful for being able to gather with our family and Shabbat. It means a lot to me, y'all know.
It mean a lot to us too, you know. Thank the Most High, because we coming, even if it's one person, 10, 20, 100, you know, this will keep you on track. You know, keep you focused. You know, the more you away from the word and gathering, you know, it's easy to just become the person you really don't want to be no more, you know. Start going back and stuff like that. You know, today's lesson, we're gonna definitely be getting y'all involved, if it be the will of the Most High, just going in today, like, do you believe? You know, do you really believe? Do you believe? Because a lot of people, you know, worship the Most High with their mouth, or when it's time to receive an award, or, you know, just everybody wants to use His name, but do they really believe in the Most High? You know? And so we're going to go through the scriptures today and just, you know, even if you say you believe in the Most High, some do, but are you obeying Him? Because that's what's more important to the Most High. You know, the commandments, doing what He say. That's how you know if you believe on the Most High, not just because, oh, well, yeah, I just, let's get that in the book of James. Let's start at verse 2 and 17. Because a lot of people say, you know, I believe in the Most High. You don't even say the Most High, I believe in God. Well, you know, He could be called many different names. And we know that the God that created the heavens and earth, that scattered the Israelites worldwide, that's letting the rulers of Edom rule the world, we know that He put it all in, He had His prophets write it all in the book. So we know the God we're dealing with, that's our real so-called psychic. That's where we get all the information from, right? Let's bring that out. Let's start verse 17.
It's the book of James, chapter 2 and verse 17. Even so faith, if it hath not works, is dead being alone. Yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works.
So, you gotta have your works towards the Most High. Remember them talents? Remember them talents? In the book of Matthew, you had to go, look, go. Okay, you got your just due. Are you going to tell people about me? You other people, you know, or is it just about you just being in your glory? It's all about fishing, right? It's all about fishing. Fishing and helping others, loving your neighbors, things like that. Finish reading.
says, show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works.
Mm-hmm.
Thou believest that there is one God, thou doest well.
Mm-hmm.
The devils also believe and tremble.
So the devils believe that, you know, that there's a God. Uh-huh.
But wilt thou know, O vain man, that faith without works is dead?
So we gotta have some works. What's some works that we could have toward the Most High that's pleasing to Him? Anybody?
Studying to show yourself approved.
Con?
Feeding the homeless,
Con?
looking out for the poor.
Con?
Praising Him, praying before you go to sleep every night.
Mm-hmm. Con? You know, most importantly, just trying to help others, right? But of course not destroying yourself in the process. We know when we read the Old Testament, it's people that was opening their home and getting destroyed by people. And, you know, that's the thing that's true too. Just because you know, we are saying the truth. Let's just say, now that you serving the Most High the right way, right? You serving the Most High the right way. And now, you gotta know, like in the Old Testament, where people was doing things for people, that don't mean that you just close your eyes, that you don't use wisdom when you dealing with people. You don't just say, maybe I'll go take Jeffrey Dahmer a piece of pie and he'll be all right with that. Like you know some people, you know what time it is, but you know, growing up in the churches, you think it's just people just supposed to just dog you out. The Most High just wants you dogged out. You know, that's not what it's about, Con. So faith without works is dead. What does that mean? Does anybody elaborate on that? What does that mean? Anybody?
Doesn't
Uh-huh. What was that,
saying
Steve?
it doesn't exist. So if you're not showing it, then it's kind of like not real. Just
Yeah.
playing with it.
Yeah, because you say even the devils believe. It's people that, you know, is doing real wicked. Yeah, I believe in God, but they just gonna keep doing what they doing. Right? So we gotta have them works towards the Most High. You know, when in ancient Israel, let's go Jeremiah 37. In ancient Israel, you know, you had our people that they knew it wasn't a question. No, we know those prophets dealing with the Most High, but we still gonna do what we want to do. So when you dealing with someone today, you gotta just think back. Hold on, our people had way more then and now, and they still was trying to still had the same ways. Still had the same ways, right? Let's go Jeremiah 37. Let's start off from the top, so in case some of us haven't read this, let's go in to see what's going on here. Let's go to Jeremiah 37 from the top.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 37, and verse 1. And King Zedekiah, the son of Josiah, reigned instead of Coniah, the son of Jehoiakim, whom Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, made king in the land of Judah. But neither he, nor his servants, nor the people of the land did hearken unto the words of the Lord which he spake by the prophet Jeremiah.
Mm-hmm.
And Zedekiah the king sent Jehucal, the son of Shelemiah, and Zephaniah, the son of Maaseiah, the priest, to the prophet Jeremiah, saying, Pray now unto the Lord our God for us. Now Jeremiah came in and went out among the people, for they had not put him into prison. Then Pharaoh's army was come forth out of Egypt. And when the Chaldeans that besieged Jerusalem heard tidings of them, they departed from Jerusalem. Then came the word of the Lord unto the prophet Jeremiah, saying, Thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, Thus shall ye say to the king of Judah, that sent you unto me to inquire of me, Behold, Pharaoh's army, which is come forth to help you, shall return to Egypt in their own land. And the Chaldeans shall come again and fight against the city, and take it, and burn it with fire.
Let me come in real quick. Who's the Chaldeans? Who are the Chaldeans? We gonna get on this camera one day. We gonna ask questions. Y'all gonna be like, bing, 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 bing. Y'all gonna be like Bud Crawford with the moves. Y'all
Y'all
gonna.
read and also looked them up like 2 days ago. Got sidetracked.
Okay. Read verse 1.
Verse 1. And King Zedekiah, the son of Josiah, reigned instead of Coniah, the son of Jehoiakim, whom Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, made king in the land of Judah.
Babylonians, Chaldeans, it's the same. Chaldeans. That's let's finish reading. Oh, well, hold on. So what's going on here? What we read so far? What's going on right here? What we read so far? Let's start it back from verse. Huh? We're gonna start it all over again.
Picking up at verse 2.
Go ahead.
King Nebuchadnezzar made
Ain't no guessing game, brother. If you don't know.
I just forgot.
It's all good. Verse 2.
We gonna get it.
But neither he, nor his servants, nor the people of the land did hearken unto the words of the Lord, which he spake by the prophet Jeremiah.
So, family, when you go into, I believe it's chapter 34, what happened was, the Most High told them, look, don't you go fleeing into Egypt. The Babylonians gonna come and they gonna get y'all, but if you flee into Egypt, the sword gonna follow you. I need you to stay here for 70 years. I'm gonna preserve you, but you're gonna be okay. But the people did not want to stay. They didn't want to listen to the word of the Lord. So they were saying, man, we gonna flee to Egypt. That sword ain't gonna find me. Just to sum it up so far, right? That's what's going on. Finish reading.
Verse 3. And Zedekiah the king sent Jehukal the son of Shelemiah and Zephaniah the son of Maaseiah the priest to the prophet Jeremiah, saying, pray now unto the Lord our God for us. Now Jeremiah came in and went out among the people, for they had not put him into prison. Then Pharaoh's army was come forth out of Egypt. And when the Chaldeans that besieged Jerusalem heard tidings of them, they departed from Jerusalem. Then came the word of the Lord unto the prophet Jeremiah, saying, thus saith the Lord, the God of Israel, thus shall ye say to the king of Judah, that sent you unto me to inquire of me, behold, Pharaoh's army, which is come forth to help you, shall return to Egypt into their own land. And the Chaldeans shall come again, and fight against this city, and take it, and burn it with fire. Thus saith the Lord, deceive not yourselves, saying, the Chaldeans shall surely depart from us, for they shall not depart.
Look, don't be saying that this not gonna happen. Don't say that y'all not going into this captivity. It's gonna happen. Finish reading.
For though ye had smitten the whole army of the Chaldeans that fight against you, and there remained but wounded men among them, yet should they rise up every man in his tent, and burn this city with fire.
So when the Most High speaks something, hold that. Go to Isaiah 55. When the Most High says something, his word don't come back void. So when people say, no, America's gonna be good and he wants to save and all these different things, right? Go Isaiah 55 and 11. You know what the Most High say is gonna happen in this book? It has already happened, confirmed through history. No fairy tale book. And what's to come? Bring that out.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 55 and verse 11. So shall my word be that goeth forth out of my mouth. It shall not return unto me void.
Yeah, no voided checks with the Most High. He gonna cash in. His word don't come back void. Let's go back to what you had. So what he say is gonna happen is gonna happen. So when we say do we believe, you know, we're gonna go into that in 37 because yeah, you could believe, but what about your works toward the Most High? Some people got a lot of evil works and they believe in the Most High. Some got some righteous works toward the Most High. Some of us had some opportunity to do a wicked work to get ahead, and you said no. Some of us used to do wicked work, and we stopped. You know, yes, believe it or not, anybody in here could probably be a millionaire or be rich. You really could, but certain things not an option for you, right? So I look at people doing wicked like, you ain't up yet. You ain't got no boundaries. If I didn't have no boundaries, I'd be up. You ain't hustling. But yeah, but we know that the Most High, you in the devil's world, so you ain't gonna get too far ahead. If you Israel, you in this covenant unless you just fully belong with the devil. You just gonna get it all. Temporary gain, right? But let's finish reading.
Picking up at verse 11. And it came to pass that when the army of the Chaldeans was broken up from Jerusalem for fear of Pharaoh's army, then Jeremiah went forth out of Jerusalem to go into the land of Benjamin, to separate himself thence in the midst of the people. And when he was in the gate of Benjamin, a captain of the ward was there, whose name was Arijah, the son of Shelemiah, the son of Hananiah. And he took Jeremiah the prophet, saying, Thou fallest away to the Chaldeans. Then said Jeremiah, It is false. I fell not away to the Chaldeans. But he hearkened not to him. So Arijah took Jeremiah and brought him to the princes. Wherefore the princes were wroth with Jeremiah and smote him and put him in prison in the house of Jonathan the scribe. For they had made that the prison. When Jeremiah was entered into the dungeon and into the cabins, and Jeremiah had remained there many days.
So what's going on here, family? They put Jeremiah in prison, right? For what? Why did they put Jeremiah in prison? Anybody know? They put him in prison because he's bringing what they think is an evil report. The Most High didn't say the Most High didn't say that. Why? Because our people might believe in the Most, or they say they do, but they not doing what he say. They saying no. No, that Bible don't say that. You teach, no, God loves everybody. God loves the sinner and hates the sin. And then we go to scriptures like this. Go to Ecclesiastes. Go to Ecclesiasticus 12 and 6. We go to scriptures like this. Is that it? Come.
It's the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12 and verse 6. For the Most High hateth sinners, and will repay vengeance unto the ungodly.
And then it's like, well, what book is what Bible you got? Which one is that? So he's bringing word of the Lord. Look, man, the Most High is fed up with y'all acting up. Captivity's coming. This is what you want to do if you want to stay alive. But then they say, nah, man, put him in prison, man. He acting up. Get him in prison, not knowing that the Most High is going to deal with them for what they're doing, right? Finish reading.
Picking up at verse 17, chapter 37 of Jeremiah. Then Zedekiah the king sent and took him out. And the king asked him secretly in his house, and said, Is there any word from the Lord?
Is it any word from the Lord? Did you hear something? So you put him in prison and then you come back like, what do you say? Is there any word of the Lord? Now they spook. Read that part again.
Then Zedekiah the king sent and took him out. And the king asked him secretly in his house, and said, Is there any word from the Lord?
So a king coming to the prophet, because why, family? The Most High dealt with who? Who did the Most High always reveal the word of the Lord to?
Prophets.
His prophets, right? His prophets and his priests. And so King Zedekiah, you the king over all Israel, and you spoke like, man, I've been messing up. Hey, it ain't word of the Lord. Finish reading.
And Jeremiah said, There is. For said he, Thou shalt be delivered into the hand of the king of Babylon.
He did not want to accept this, right? He didn't want to accept it. He got a warning. They knew the commandments. They knew the kings before him falling off. worshiping the other gods, dealing with the women that was worshiping the other gods, just going against the Most High continuously. And it's no different today. You know, when you just look at the many different, we always bring this one up because it's close to us, right? In our walks of life, but we see it every day. The religion of the gangbanging. It's a religion. You willing to live, you willing to die and go to jail and do a lot of time. You willing to go away from your kids. You want to go away from your wife, your baby mama. You ready to just throw it all away for the homies. And you know, where your heart is, that's where your treasure is, like the Most High say, right? Where your heart at? Where's your heart at? Your heart really on the Most High? Then you're gonna be able to take that loss and you're not gonna try to kill to get it back. If your heart is with the Most High, you're gonna say, man, I ain't teaching my children that. Your heart with the Most High, you like, you know what? I'm not gonna sell out. I ain't gonna do what's against me to lose this inheritance. You know, and the people they got their heart in this world. That's why Satan just sit back and laugh and just keep collecting them souls like they stupid. They stupid. I'm sitting here running out of time and they believing in me. I'm trying to get back and they believing on me. They want everything I got and it's not even enough for me. You know, the wisdom of this world is what? Let's get it, because we're gonna just go back and forth today. We ain't gotta get we didn't write down a whole lot. We just want the Most High to work. Get that. Go to chapter 3, 1 Corinthians, what's that, 3:19? First Corinthians 3:19.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 3 and verse 19. For the wisdom of this world is foolishness with God.
It's very foolish. And we not just sitting up here just to, you think y'all that, you know, the precepts in that Bible, you think you is to teach us about God. But when you just look back, family, and you just get on your phone and you just see the people that's puffed up as the people to give the people information as far as, look, this you could get like them. There's no knowledge of the Most High, really. There's none. Pick who you want. Pick them. Pick. There's no knowledge about the truth of God in this world. It's just how you could get in and fit in this system. How you could get a little piece. A piece of it. Let's go back to Jeremiah 37. Let's go back to that.
Picking up at verse 18 in Jeremiah chapter 37. Moreover, Jeremiah said unto King Zedekiah, what have I offended against thee, or against thy servants, or against this people, that ye have put me in prison?
You're going to put me in the prison just for bringing out the word of the Lord. And ain't that the same thing? When you bring out the word of the Lord, people can't stand you. You ain't cold, think they all that. They did that. Whatever they got to say. You just bringing out thus said the Lord, of who they say they believe in. Or who they go to do, who they say Christmas is about.
Cold boy, they gonna ask you the question. He just came and asked him, is there any word from the Lord? You asking me.
And that's why it's no new thing under the sun. This is the same stuff people do today. Finish reading.
Picking up at verse 19. Where are now your prophets, which prophesied unto you, saying, the king of Babylon shall not come against you, nor against this land?
So they know where the truth is at. Where's your prophets? Where's the ones that was saying that I was lying? Why you not going to ask them? Because you know that the truth is over here. Why you not asking what's in that Quran? You know that's foolishness. Your favorite rapper is talking about drills and then he wearing a kufi and you thinking he righteous. You know he can't give you truth about God. He ain't keep no commandments. Finish reading.
Verse 20. Therefore, hear now, I pray thee, O my Lord the King. Let my supplication, I pray thee, be accepted before thee, that thou cause me not to return to the house of Jonathan, the scribe, lest I die there. Then Zedekiah, the king, commanded that they should commit Jeremiah into the court of the prison, and that they should give him daily a piece of bread out of the baker's street. until all the bread in the city were spent. Thus Jeremiah remained in the court of the prison.
So, you put a prophet of the Most High in prison just for doing some righteous works. So, no, you believing in the Most High, you got your faith up, you're doing right, and you hit some stumbling blocks. Do you just say, man, yes, there wasn't really no power in it? Just remember, it was people going through way worse stuff in this book. It could always be worse. Abraham had to give up his son. Would we do something like that? He almost did it. He was right there, and the Most High stopped him. Sent the angel to stop him. So we could always be going through way worse. That's why I don't know why people playing with this truth, honestly. We could be going through way worse. Let's jump it over to 38:16. Because it's getting good, right? We want to know some more about this King Zedekiah. And Zedekiah, we were doing on the phone line a lesson. Heads up, Zedekiah is the last king in Israel before total so-called colonization. He's the last king in Israel when we had the land. After that, it was global takedown. Bring that out.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 38, and verse 16. So Zedekiah the king sware secretly unto Jeremiah, saying, As the Lord liveth that made us this soul, I will not put thee to death, neither will I give thee into the hand of these men that seek thy life. Then said Jeremiah unto Zedekiah, Thus saith the Lord, the God of hosts, the God of Israel, If thou wilt assuredly go forth unto the king of Babylon's princes, then thy soul shall live, and this city shall not be burned with fire, and thou shalt live and thine house. But if thou wilt not go forth to the king of Babylon's princes, then shall this city be given into the hand of the Chaldeans, and they shall burn it with fire, and thou shalt not escape out of their hand. And Zedekiah the king said unto Jeremiah, Salakia, I am afraid of the Jews that are fallen to the Chaldeans, lest they deliver me into their hand, and they mock me. But Jeremiah said, They shall not deliver thee. Obey, I beseech thee, the voice of the Lord, which I speak unto thee. So it shall be well unto thee, and thy soul shall live. But if thou refuse to go forth, this word that the Lord has showed me, and behold, all the women that are left in the king of Judah's house shall be brought forth to the king of Babylon's princes, and those women shall say, Thy friends have set thee on, and have prevailed against thee. Thy feet are sunk in the mire, and they are turned away back. So they shall bring out all the wives and thy children to the Chaldeans, and thou shalt not escape out of their hand, but shall be taken by the hand of the king of Babylon, and thou shalt cause this city to be burned with fire. Then said Zedekiah unto Jeremiah, Let no man know of these words, and thou shalt not die. But if the princes hear that I have talked with thee, and they come unto thee, and say now unto thee, Declare unto us now what thou hast said unto the king. Hide it not from us.
Hide it not from us. What happened?
And we will not put thee to death. Also what the king said unto thee. Then thou shalt say unto them, I presented my supplication before the king, that he would not cause me to return to Jonathan's house, to die there.
So Zedekiah knew, I know you keeping it real. Man, I done messed up. How am I fix this? Because I'm worried about what the people think. Then I know you coming with that real word of the Lord. Dang, I'm jacked up. Do we, and that's for anyone even watching online, us in here, but it's more kings that went off in Israel than that stay righteous. That's why it's only one king that can really lead his people all the way, right? And that's who? Khan. And that's why he coming with fool, because that's why I mean, it just gets so deep. What's the main thing you always hear about our people in this world? Man, we just gotta come together, man. We gotta get together, man. And it, Obama, no Muhammad Ali, no Malcolm X, no Martin Luther King, no Nat Turners, Marcus Garvey's. I always laugh at Umar. I mean, that no one can do it. It's only one way, right? And when he come to when his son comes with full rulership and destruction of the earth, he coming with commandments. So when people think you can do what you want to do, every week we talk about it, there will be no alphabets in the kingdom. There will be no LG alphabets. There will be no, it's certain things is not going to happen. Right? Let's finish reading.
Verse 27. Then came all the princes unto Jeremiah and asked him. And he told them according to all these words that the king had commanded. So they left off speaking with him, for the matter was not perceived.
Mm-hmm.
So Jeremiah abode in the court of the prison until the day that Jerusalem was taken.
Mm-hmm.
And he was there when Jerusalem was taken.
He's seen the destruction. I told y'all this was going to happen, and y'all mad at me because y'all want to hear what? What do our people like to hear? Smooth things, like the word says, right? Look, you put an innocent man in prison. This wasn't Esau. This is our people doing this way before Esau's influence. Our people always want to talk about Esau's influence, right? We just can't subscribe to that doctrine. I mean, we can't. Our people was doing these things long before. If you know better, you should do better, right? If you know that they got stumbling blocks for you here in this world, you should know I ain't going out like that. That's for my destruction.
So if our people always know or been told the power of Christ, right? Why do we fear people so much then? Like, why is it so easy to fear us sitting in this room than to fear Christ?
Well, because like our lesson is, do you believe? Because people gotta have works, and go to Proverbs chapter 1. This is the main thing. Our people are puffed up, regardless of what situation they in. 1:7. They think that Israel got that. They got that. They like to feel themselves. They feel good. They think they something. We really got that pride. Man, we don't need that. That's old. Look at our people denying it. Nah, we doing way better than Big Mama and them. Nah, you way more tore up. You way more tore up. You don't have the most important thing together, which is family. We look at that as that's square. You need to be a player. Girl, you better get that money from him. And don't realize that's messing up your generations. So it's like, if that was your question, I'm going all over. Go to 1:7.
It's the book of Proverbs, chapter 1 and verse 7.
Uh-huh.
The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge.
They don't really fear the Most High, so that's number one. Like that's number one. Just think on that, family. That's number one, because if you just out here with no fear of the Lord, you're like, man, I'm good. The fear of the Lord is beginning of wisdom, and what?
But fools despise wisdom and instruction.
They hate it. They don't want it. Lama Wai got precept. He digging for it. He digging for it. I feel it. Spirit working. No, but so when you say, our people just wrapped up in the condition. They're like, man, I gotta get that money, man. Man, that ain't gonna help me get, man, that been here. I gotta get this money. I gotta get this money. That bill due. I gotta get this money. I gotta get this money. That's all our people on, so they not ready to fear the Lord. But we look at ways that the Most High been taking care of us in ways that don't even involve money. Just what He gets you through. They not paying attention to that. They think it's them. They don't want to get the Most High the glory. They just think, I did that. Self-made. I did that. Go ahead.
It's the book of Hebrews, chapter 11 and verse 1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Right? So the topic being, do you believe in the Most High? Physically, we can't see the Most High, but we have to understand through our faith that we believe. But you could look to your neighbor outside, you know what I mean, in the world, and you got a nice outfit on, you getting that glorification from your neighbor, and that might feel good to most people. You want to please that person because it feels good to your ego versus you focusing on the things that's not even of this world. You know what I mean?
Let's go to Matthew chapter 26.
So while you're getting that, can I ask a question? So it's almost like when we step out there, we're the representation of the Most High, but they rather bank on what they think they know than what they see you doing, because it's like you really are, if you're walking that walk, that's scary to them because it's like a mirror where they're looking at you and they know they're not doing that. So there must be something to it, but they rather believe on what they already think they know.
Because it required change.
Some people like that.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they just keep on. They can't see that they, you know, that even when it starts showing on the outside. You know, some people that just, it's some people, they gonna hold on to that pride. They ain't got nothing else. You know, go to 2 Thessalonians chapter 3 and start at verse 2.
It's the book of 2 Thessalonians, chapter 3 and verse 2. And that we may be delivered from unreasonable and wicked men. For all men have not faith.
Not all men got faith. I mean, that's just what it boiled down to. Some people, you know, they'll boast in that. They don't want, they like, what? Let's start that from the top, Matthew 26.
Book of Matthew, chapter 26 and verse 1. And it came to pass, when Yeshua had finished all these sayings, he said unto his disciples, Ye know that after 2 days is the feast of the Passover, and the Son of Man is betrayed to be crucified. Then assembled together the chief priests, and the scribes, and the elders of the people, unto the palace of the high priest, who was called Caiaphas, and consulted that they might take Yeshua by subtlety, and kill him. But they said, not on the feast day, lest there be an uproar among the people.
So, nah, man, we gotta keep the feast day, but we gonna kill them. We gonna get them, we just gotta, because they gonna be on us, man. We gotta kill them a different day. So they believe in the Most High, but are they doing what the Most High want them to do? So why do it matter? You know, that's why we're going through, like, do you believe in the Most High? Do it matter how some people believe in the Most High? They think, you know, I believe in God. Well, he gonna forgive me. Give us that hand. You know, like, but you know what you doing is an abomination. You know, he will make life come from, y'all know the alphabet's not right. And we gotta go there because that's the main thing, that's what bring life. So how can he convince the world that, how can the Satan deceive the world into thinking that, no, you could do it this way? So, bring it up.
Verse 41 reads, Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak.
Very weak. So I hope that answered your question earlier. Like, you know, they don't want to fear because they act like, no, they can't see. They've been blinded. You see you got people that pass away. You see the sun, moon, stars rise every day. You see there's a control on all of this. They see it. They see the creation. They see their child being born, but all of the creation, and they just don't. You don't think of minds behind that, the way we design, the way we, you know. That's why I just say the wisdom of this world is foolishness. Let's finish reading. Come on.
Picking up at verse 6. Now, when Yeshua was in Bethany, in the house of Simon the leper, there came unto him a woman having an alabaster box of very precious ointment, and poured it on his head, as he sat at meat. But when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, to what purpose is this waste? For this ointment might have been sold for much and given to the poor. When Yeshua understood it, he said unto them, why trouble ye the woman? For she hath wrought a good work upon me.
Let's go back. Read that last verse again.
Verse 9. For this ointment might have been sold.
The one before that.
Verse 8. But when his disciples saw it, they had indignation, saying, to what purpose is this waste? For this ointment might have been sold for much and given to the poor.
Man, what you doing? We could have given this money to. No, they wanted that bag. You tripping? You wasting money, Lord. What you doing? You wasting money.
When Yeshua understood it, he said unto them, why trouble ye the woman? For she hath wrought a good work upon me.
She doing a good thing. Why y'all tripping?
For ye have the poor always with you, but me ye have not always.
Look, man, I'm about to get up out of here. You're not gonna have me forever. She trying to get me right before my departure.
For in that she hath poured this ointment on my body. She did it for my burial. Verily I say unto you, wheresoever this gospel shall be preached in the whole world, there shall also this that this woman hath done be told for a memorial of her. Then one of the 12, called Judas Iscariot, went unto the chief priests and said unto them, what will ye give me, and I will deliver him unto you? And they covenanted with him for 30 pieces of silver. And for that time he sought opportunity to betray him. Now the first day of the feast of unleavened bread, the disciples came to Yeshua, saying unto him, where wilt thou that we prepare for thee to eat the Passover? And he said, go into the city to such a man, and say unto him, the master saith, my time is at hand.
Where should we go to go keep this Passover? So why are we going into this? Because just look how, they operating with them. They doing the feast days. Some people still worry about the money. So you can know your Israel. You can know the truth about the Bible. Your cousin, Brother Mark, or your cousin Dion know the scripts. I'm going to call him. He's going to tell you the scripts. You believe, but none of that matters. It's all about your works, what you doing. So we say we believe on the Most High, but and it's not, our job. Yeah, we judge our people right and tell them, you shouldn't do that, but the Most High see all. He see what we don't see. He's seeing us what y'all don't see. So ultimately, you got to make sure, you got to know that he watching you. He got angels watching you at all times. Watching the corners of the earth, like the book of Revelation say. Just on assignment every day. You think you gonna call your teacher about your kid and see how they did at school today. You ain't, and he ain't looking at how you did today. Finish reading.
I will keep the Passover at thy house with my disciples. Verse 19. And the disciples did as Yeshua had appointed them, and they made ready the Passover. Now when the even was come, he sat down with the 12. And as they did eat, he said, verily I say unto you, that one of you shall betray me. And they were exceeding sorrowful, and began every one of them to say unto him, Lord, is it I? And he answered and said, he that dippeth his hand with me in the dish, the same shall betray me. The Son of Man goeth as it is written of him. But woe unto that man by whom the Son of Man is betrayed. It had been good for that man if he had not been born. Then Judas, which betrayed him.
Then Judas gonna say, look, the one that betrayed him for the bag,
Then Judas, which betrayed him, answered and said, Master, is it I?
Master, is it me? Do you really know if it's me? Master, is it me? So he knew who he was. He knew he was the one. But what? That flesh be getting the best of people. If they get the best of people, they like, man, I don't care. I got to have this. I got to have her. I'm going to ruin it all. I got to have her. I got to have her. And you know, just that flesh is real weak. And that's what get people. You think, but how could you do it? You know, you believe in the Most High. You go to Shabbat. You know the word. And you know it's weak. So we just be reading past stuff. Yeah, he say the flesh is weak. No, he mean that when he say it. He mean that when he say it. You weak. You and your flesh, you weak. And some people just, I ask for forgiveness. No, you ain't correct that. You ain't get your strength back. Like when you beat the, what you say? Lamwa said you gotta fast. You gotta fast it out. It's like when you be in the video game, you lose power, you fighting the master, you gotta get back. You gotta get your coins up. You know, and the little bar go up. Go to John 14. And let's get Ecclesiasticus. Let's get chapter 32, verse 23 and 24. And then we'll go to that. Ecclesiasticus 32 and 23. Start there.
This is the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 32 and verse 23. In every good work, trust thy own soul, for this is the keeping of the commandments. He that believeth in the Lord taketh heed to the commandment, and he that trusteth in him shall fare never the worse.
So, he that believeth in the Lord taketh heed to the commandments. So you believe. Well, if you believe, you're gonna do what? You're gonna do commandments. So if you trust in him, shall fare never the worse. You're not gonna be worried about it. You ain't gonna be, man, I don't know, man. I don't know if it's real. Look, I'm going through this. Coming to serve the Lord, what? Prepare thy soul for temptation. So you don't just get in this and it's gonna be all good. No, sometimes you get like a roller coaster. You just gotta stay on. You just gotta stay on it. Go to Matthew St. John chapter 14. Let's start at verse 10.
It's the book of St. John, chapter 14 and verse 10. Believest thou not that I am in the Father, and the Father in me? The words that I speak unto you, I speak not of myself, but the Father that dwelleth in me, he doeth the works. Believe me that I am in the Father, and the Father in me, or else believe me for the very works' sake. Verily, verily I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. And whatsoever ye shall ask in my name, that will I do, that the Father may be glorified in the Son. If ye shall ask anything in my name, I will do it. If ye love me, keep my commandments.
So if you love him, keep the commandments. And the commandments is how you do what? That's how you show you believe in him. You're doing commandments. It's quite simple. Doing commandments, keeping your faith right in tribulation and hard times. You saying you believe, where's your works? You know you got to come to him with something. We always had to come to him with something. What do we have to come to him with back then? The sacrifice. So now you got to come to him with what? Like, man, this what I've been doing since I turned my life around. This what I've been doing with it. I don't be doing that stuff no more. I started doing more of this. I started eating right. I put down that. I started keeping a dietary law. I figured out what the feast days was about. There was a homeless man. I tried to give him some bread. But I see he been out here every week, so I'm gonna fall back. This is hustle. But I thought, okay. So then I went and helped another homeless person. Okay, my sister, she really needed to borrow $10. I gave her the 10. She paid me back. Okay. I didn't just keep giving her to her because I knew she was playing me. But I try to help someone out in need. Okay. I didn't bite that time. Somebody was at work trying to come for me. I just said, bless you, sister. I ought to gave her a 2-piece. So it's things you just start cleaning up. You start with, then you slip up, you're like, I didn't like how I handled that. I gotta get back. I'm not going to that party no more. I ain't talking to her no more, man. She just trying to get me. I ain't talking to him no more. He don't want to serve the Most High. He just trying to get in my bed. Like it's traps out. It's landmines everywhere. It's landmines. That's why he say you gotta gather. You want to be around those that you could converse with, because if you in the world, you trying to, man, you crazy. You better hit this blunt. You crazy. You better call her, call him. You crazy. Shabbat. Look. Let's go over here. Wait. Feast day, Purim, man, just keep Christmas. So it's traps everywhere. You gotta come get you a plate, baby. It's Thanksgiving. No, that's the slaughter of the Israelites. Can you just cook for me next week or a week before? Well, I gotta have some today. Yeah. So it's a lot of traps, and you just gotta know how to move with wisdom. Do you believe in the Most High? That's a question you gotta answer, family. Let's go. Because he said, if you love me, keep my commandments. Get that. Get what commandments is in the strong. Those commandments in the Greek. Let's see what that is. The commandments.
This is, the Strong's is 1785. And it's entoli. An injunction, order, command.
So this is an order. This is a command. This is an order. This is a command. We're not free here. You got a due date on taxes. You better make sure you at work by this time. You fired. You better make sure you stop at that red light. So you definitely know how to follow order. You know how to get in order, right? So the Most High saying what? Read that part again. You go to the definition.
It says, entoli highlights the nature of specific order in its proper context of objectives. Scroll down. More translations, commandment, instructions.
These are instructions. And what he say? What we read earlier in Proverbs chapter 1, in verse 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom and what?
Knowledge.
Read that verse, brother Demetrius. Read that. Read Proverbs 1 and 7.
This is Proverbs chapter 1, verse 7. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of knowledge, but fools despise wisdom and instruction.
So they hate instruction. They hate the commandments. They hate the wisdom. They don't want the wisdom. Who would reject some wisdom? How you raising children? You think you giving wisdom, and you reject the wisdom of the Most High. That's why our people is tore up, confused. You gang banging on Tuesday, then you trying to coach kids on Thursday, Friday.
That's real.
You trying to be a school teacher. You trying to teach children, and then you giving them the alphabets, the other alphabets. You know alphabets we talking about. So just confusion. So that's what commandments do. All right, let's wrap it up. Let's go to Hebrews chapter 3. Yeah, man, I'm just here for the kids, man. Throw that up. Throw this up. Where you from? No. Let's start at chapter 3, verse 8. Wrap it up.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 3, verse 8. Harden not your hearts, as in the provocation, in the day of the temptation in the wilderness.
What's the temptation in the wilderness? What are you talking about? Harden not your hearts. What are you talking about? In the day of temptation in the wilderness. As in the provocation in the day of the temptation in the wilderness. What is he talking about?
When our people was in the wilderness and they were tempted,
Con. Finish reading.
When your fathers tempted me, proved me, and saw my works 40 years.
So they seen the works. Why did the Most High send them 40 years? Why did it take so long? Why did he do 40 years when they could have just cut across? Why he make them go down and then back up to go get the land? Do you want to know?
You wanted that particular generation to die off?
Yeah, he was trying to prove them, right? He had to clean them up because just like today, your mind, think of what's in your mind. You still got what's in your mind before the truth. What if you were just brought up in nothing but the word and you didn't have what Babylon give you? What if you didn't know what BET was? What if you didn't even know Cardi B was? What if you didn't know? What if none of that was in your mind? What if you was just all on this and you had food, shelter, raiment, and this was all you was about? That's why people go over there to Africa and other countries. Man, he changed my life. He changed because it was simple, right? They might not have the resources, but it's just simple. All this crap don't exist. It don't exist. So your mind's just different. So the Most High, what are we saying with that? The Most High had to get that up off of them as they was going to see the Holy Land. They was still stuck on Egypt. They was still stuck on Egypt. Man, the food there was good. Man, we had the functions, we had the parties, we had the gold. Man, we had the idols. Man, you tripping. We was in good captivity. Same thing now. Man, don't be pushing that Bible. Babylon finna come in. No, man. I gotta get what Floyd Mayweather got, man. You tripping. I gotta get me some. Finish reading.
Verse 10. Wherefore I was grieved with that generation, and said, they do always err in their heart, and they have not known my ways.
So, they didn't know his ways. They kept messing up. Man, they got that. Oh, they still got ancient Egypt all over them. Keep making idols. Finish reading.
So I swear in my wrath, they shall not enter into my rest.
Have you ever had rest? Has anyone ever had rest here in America? Have you ever really had rest?
Not
Nope.
real rest.
You ain't had rest, right? You ain't had rest. Man, gotta do this. They got schoolwork. I gotta help with the homework. Dang, that bill due on the first. Dang, they saying I gotta renew my registration. Dang, the car. Oh, I gotta get this for the car. Dang, the mechanic gonna cost this much.
Even when you finally lay down and close your eyes, you think about something else.
Dang, the orange juice done went up $2. Oh, they putting pork in everything. Can't even eat right. So you ain't getting no rest here. We the real pilgrims, like the Bible say. The real pilgrims of the earth. That's what the Bible say. Finish reading.
Take heed, brethren, lest there be in any of you an evil heart of unbelief.
So people that don't believe have a evil heart, according to the Most High God of Israel.
In departing from the living God.
Because when you depart from God, family, what do? You don't keep commandments. You start putting that coexist bumper sticker on your car. You ever see that? Coexist bumper stickers with all the religions. You ever see that? Yo, y'all gonna see it now. You know, you pull up, people got all them. Oh, he over there knocked out. He knows he sleep over there. But people have all that stuff. They gonna have The Pride Parade 2023, they gonna have to coexist with every idol religion. They just,
Equal sign.
yeah, just Babyloned out. Equality. Just basically, you just full-fledged bought into the program. You bought into the program. Finish reading.
Verse 13. But exhort one another daily, while it is called today, lest any of you be hardened through the deceitfulness of sin.
Sin is deceitful. Sin is deceitful. Do we know that? Does anyone know why sin is deceitful? We just need two examples. Can two people give us why is sin deceitful? Why is it deceitful? What can it do to you?
Leads to death and hell.
Calm.
It makes you think something,
Condemnation.
makes you think something good is gonna come from it.
Yeah.
Feeds the flesh.
Yes. And you can't please the Most High when you in the flesh. You know, and it's weak. That's why what? That's why every time. Let's get back to it. Finish reading.
Verse 14. For we are made partakers of Christ, if we hold the beginning of our confidence steadfast unto the end.
Confidence come with this. Confidence come with this. This is how you get confidence. Constantly telling your children, look, I don't care what come up, you in high school, middle school, when you graduate, look, you hold on to this. Cause look, you're gonna end up, 10 years from now, when people is jacked up because they don't want to follow the Most High, you're gonna be the one they gonna say, yeah, you're looking good. You're looking good. Yeah, I stayed on this. So now you gotta clean yourself up. And they gonna say, okay, all right, yeah, I see. That's why I'm jacked up. Man, I used to feel different. I used to look different. The world lied to me. Instagram lied to me. I thought it was gonna be easy when I got out of high school. I thought, wait, people don't really care about you? No, that's fake. It's a new generation. It's they come up. It's time to see a new generation. Don't let no one tell you don't feel bad about serving the Most High. You look at them like, look, no, they silly. No, there's something wrong with them. You don't gotta be their friend. They make you feel bad about you serving the Most High. They gonna see. Finish reading.
Verse 15. While it is said, today if ye will hear his voice, harden not your hearts, as in the provocation.
So they hardened their hearts back then when they was in the wilderness. They wasn't open to receiving. Finish reading.
For some, when they had heard, did provoke. Howbeit not all that came out of Egypt by Moses. But with whom was he grieved 40 years? Was it not with them that had sinned, whose carcasses fell in the wilderness? And to whom sware he that they should not enter into his rest, but to them that believed not? So we see that they could not enter in because of unbelief.
So it's belief. Do you believe in the Most High? The Most High took it as if, oh, y'all don't believe in me. Y'all with Moses, y'all see me, but y'all not doing what I say. He don't care about, see, we like hearing smooth things. Well, he said he loved me. Well, she said she loved me. Mama. And but what's people's actions? There you go. Go Revelation 21 and 8. Dreaming good. Revelation 21 and 8. Last scripture.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 21 and verse 8.
Uh-huh.
But the fearful and unbelieving.
So, the fearful. Well, wait, he just said, brother, that the fear him is the beginning. No, the fearful. People that don't got no faith. People run into these every shot. The new campaign, you scared of this. No. Family. Online and in here. If them people ain't scared, we always said they're gonna be scared way before us. So as long as they telling us what we should do, nah, y'all wanna, what you got next for us? A shot, whatever. They always coming with something. They want you to be in fear, right? But the fearful and unbelieving, do we believe in the Most High?
And the abominable.
Abominable. What's abominations? Give us 2 abominations from the Most High, family. What's 2 abominations that the Most High considered an abomination?
Sodom.
Same sex.
Anything else? Certain
Eat pork.
eating certain foods,
Yeah.
bestiality, sleeping with animals, things like that. It's abomination. Like,
And the Lord shall scatter thee among all people, from the one end of the earth even unto the other. And there thou shalt serve other gods, which neither thou nor thy fathers have known, even wood and stone. And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart, and failing of eyes, and sorrow of mind. And thy life shall hang in doubt before thee, and thou shalt fear day and night, and shalt have none assurance of thy life. In the morning thou shalt say, Would God it were even, and at even thou shalt say, Would God it were morning. For the fear of thine heart wherewith thou shalt fear, and for the sight of thine eyes which thou shalt see. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships. The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, saying, Thus speaketh the Lord God of Israel, saying, Write thee all the words that I have spoken unto thee in a book. For lo, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will bring again the captivity of my people Israel and Judah, saith the Lord. And I will cause them to return to the land that I gave to their fathers, and they shall afflict thee. And I will save her that halteth, and gather her that was driven out. And I will get them praise and fame in every land where they have been put to shame. At that time will I bring you again, even in the time that I gather you. For I will make you a name and a praise among all people of the earth.